This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
That was brutal. After erupting for 13 runs last night, the Rangers came right back tonight. Looked pretty good with 8 runs more for the offense. Unfortunately, though, they gave up 11, and the Angels go on to win it by the final of 11-8. The Rangers blow leads of 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 5-4, and 8-6. We've talked about it all season long, waiting for the offense to get going. The defense and the pitching have been the best in baseball, and yet tonight both of them let the Rangers down in a big way. And give the Angels credit, they kept fighting back. If the Rangers would have won, I think we would have applauded the fact that they continued to score and continue to put the pressure on. Unfortunately, though, they did not do what they needed to do to preserve the win and close it out, and the Angels win it by the final of 11-8. All right, here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Happy to be with you. Wish it was after a win tonight instead of a loss, but we're glad that we're with you. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, you can catch us on the Locked On Rangers podcast. That is where you'll find the great work of Bryce Paterick every single day. Long day, long night for Bryce, and I know he'll be back tomorrow morning with a full recap and breakdown, and he'll give his input on where this team is at as the Rangers stumble into the All-Star break. One more game left to go in this series, and then they'll come back here to Texas for a huge weekend showdown with the Astros, although, I don't know, felt a little bit better about the series last night, but after the way they lost this game tonight, it's kind of letting some of the air out of the balloon, but we'll see. All right, here we go.
This is what you'll be talking about.
All right, well, we're not going to spend a lot of time going over every nuance of the game. Very tough loss tonight for the Rangers, and I don't know about you, but for me, records aside and standings aside, to me, this was a big game for both teams. And I felt like watching it, I don't know about you, but I thought that both teams knew it was a big game, and I felt like both teams really did play like it. And, for all the games that we have bemoaned the Rangers for not coming up with the clutch hit, they had some clutch hits tonight. They kept coming back, even after blowing the leads, even on an off night for Kumar Rocker. They kept coming back, and unfortunately, though, the Angels did as well. And ultimately, it was the Angels that got the win, not the Rangers, 11-8. I thought the 4-run fourth inning against Kumar Rocker was rough. Kumar, you can see the glimpses. I mean, you can see that Kumar and Jack Leiter alone, forget DeGrom, forget Nathan Eovaldi, and I'm not writing them off. I'm just saying, if you put them aside and you just look at Jack and Kumar, I mean, they should both be studs. I mean, we're watching them grow up and grow through the process right before our eyes. And you see glimpses of it with Kumar Rocker, but then you see the growing pains as well. And when he was hit tonight, I mean, he was pitching, but then he was also throwing. And I mean, he was just trying to make his pitch and just leaving him right over the middle of the plate. And he's going to learn from that, obviously, and he's going to grow. But I mean, you have to have command. You have to not only pitch, but have the command and throw your pitches where you want them to go. Easier said than done, obviously. I wouldn't be doing this, but those were just, quote unquote, young rookie type mistakes, and good teams will make you pay at this level, and they did that. And you can see, you don't see even, I think they talked about it on the broadcast, even when like a Patrick Corbin doesn't have his best stuff, he's able to grind and pitch to contact and do what he has to do to get out of the inning without giving up the big inning. And unfortunately, Kumar was not able to do that tonight. Now, you blow a 3-0 lead like that, that just gives the Angels so much life and lets them feel like, okay, we can get these guys. And so that was bad. And then, the back and forth began, but I thought the real killer innings were the bottom of the seventh and the bottom of the eighth. I mean, after the Rangers went up 8-6 on the epic 2-run home run from Marcus Semien, Rengifo gets on via the Jake Berger error. Neto followed with a hard single, and then with Mike Trout at the plate with one out, he hits that fly ball to the center. Evan Carter, I guess, didn't think Neto would tag. I don't know what he was thinking out there, but he kind of just threw it in mildly, and Neto did tag and ended up at second base. And then Taylor Ward comes up and gets the clutch 2-run single to tie it up off of Chris Martin, who was not happy. You could hear the F-bombs even though they were muted. That tied the game up. And then in the bottom of the eighth, that would be the turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Yeah, I mean, that was it. That was the turning point right there. The bottom of the eighth, the Angels break the tie, and they break the game open. Jorge Soler, the 2-run bomb to left, and then Schanuel added insult to injury with another RBI hit, 11-8, and that would be the final as the Rangers drop a really, really tough game, a game that I know they really wanted. I know Bruce Bochy really wanted, and really the way the Rangers played with their offense, give up 11 runs, you're not going to win. And you score 8 runs, and you should win. All right, when we come back, a couple of quick notes on what happened tonight with Josh Young, John Gray, and Rowdy Tellez, and also some more Adolis Garcia rumors. We're going to have all that when we come back. Also, want to hear from you via the Rangers comment crew. We'll do that when we come back. This is the Rangers POSTCAST. All right, it's that time, and we've been telling you about Open Phone and what they're doing because, as you know, if you've ever run a business or if you're running a business, you know that every missed call is money left on the table. I mean, think about the last time you had a real service emergency, like a burst pipe. If the first plumber didn't answer, did you wait? No way. You're going to call the next one. That's why having a reliable business line is so important. That's why you need Open Phone. Open Phone is the #1 business phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication, all from an app on your phone or your computer. So Open Phone right now is offering Locked On POSTCAST listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/LockedOnMLB. That's OPENPHONE. I can spell OPENPHONE.com/LockedOnMLB. And if you have existing numbers with another service, Open Phone will port them over at no extra charge. Open Phone, no missed calls, no missed customers. And as you know, it's summertime and we got a lot going on. And summer sports are in full swing. Whether you're all about baseball under the lights, golf on the green, or high-stakes soccer action, FanDuel is the best way to make every game more exciting. You're already following the action. Why not make a little more money and make it a little more thrilling? With FanDuel, you can get in on the game while your friends are getting sunburned at the beach. And whether you're placing a same game parlay or watching a bet right into the ninth inning, FanDuel makes it feel like you are part of the action. So if you're new to FanDuel, new customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Open the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com to get started. All right, late night, let's get to your comments via the Rangers comment crew. Oh, yeah, really quick. Tonight at Round Rock, the Express beat Albuquerque 5-3. Josh Young had a base hit in his first at bat to center field. He went 1 for 5. Rowdy Tellez also singled to right. That was in the 7th. Tellez went 1 for 4. Billy McKinney went 0 for 4. And John Gray, might have heard this on the TV broadcast, 2 innings, gave up a solo home run, had 1 strikeout in that one. So those are the latest. And the Adolis Garcia rumors, they are literally coming up every day. They've got, I saw 2 more today. I think 3. I saw 1 to the Cardinals, 1 to the Mets, and 1 to the Royals. So just wanted to share that with you. All right, let's get things going. Alf leading us off. Good evening, Alf, and Shirley as well. Love me some Higgy. Good to see Higgy hitting 2 home runs on this road trip. He's back in SoCal where he spent last season. The offense is picking it up, but man, defense, bullpen. My thoughts are you're going to see everything kind of stay the way they are, and then I think we'll see some changes during the All-Star break. That's just my guess. Good point on Simeon there, Alf. Paul Cooper said this has extras. I wish it would have gone extras, and then I wish the Rangers would have won. Soldier X, this is the reason why this team is not going anywhere. It was all on display. Bochy leaving Rocker in too long. Mental mistakes by Carter, Berger error, and of course Jackson. Enough is enough. Yeah, tonight did not look good. You take everything out and just forget your feelings, and you just look with your eyes. And you couldn't tell. You wouldn't tell that on paper the Rangers are supposed to be a much better, superior team. The Angels have looked better at times. Not the entire time. Again, I thought the Rangers hit really well the last 2 games. I thought Nathan Eovaldi was lights out last night. But all in all, though, the Angels look a little hungrier, a little scrappier, and look like they want it a little bit more. Noah Day says, say what you will about Carter's throw. I have to say this loss is on Luke Jackson. He needs to be off the team. Wish him luck, but get him off the Rangers. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Though I think you're going to see things stay the way they are, unless I'm wrong. Unless they have somebody they're ready to go. But it's in a situation now where Bruce has a few guys. I think Luke being one of them. Jackson Webb, that he's not comfortable using. I'm concerned that Chris Martin may be starting to fall off the cliff here. So yeah, they got some tough decisions coming up here over the next week plus. But yeah, if I was Luke Jackson, I thought Luke was starting to pitch well before things got out of hand on the homestand. For his sake, he's going to have to turn it around in a real hurry. I don't know if he's going to have that chance. Denise Long, good evening, Denise. Let's look at the bright side. The good thing about baseball is that you play a lot of regular season games, so when you lose, you get a lot of chances to bounce back. Peagle up. Yeah, I'm with you, Denise. Good point. Hey, bottom line is they got to come back tomorrow night and get the split. I mean, that's it. Got to get the split and then come back to Texas and try to win the series with the Astros, who have struggled all of a sudden after that big win in LA, the big sweep in LA. They've had their hands full, their pitching staff has, with Cleveland. So hopefully the Rangers can kind of keep that going here over the weekend. Paul Cooper says, yeah, Noah, I agree. Let's give Kimbrel a shot. Yeah, I got to look. I didn't see him in the box score, but I got to try to find out how he is doing. Jason Arias says, man, that one hurt. At least we're starting to look good at the plate, or starting to show good plate discipline. Wild card still in the picture. Yeah, I'm not gonna, as long as you're within 4 or 5 games of the wild card at this point, I'm not gonna write that off. But after the break and after we kind of get to the point of what we know is going to happen with any moves, then you start to you can bring that up. And I'll say this: if they continue this 500 or below, then that no, I'll say no. But I still think they have a run in them. I still think they can play better than they have. But nights like tonight are not going to help. You can't. You got to win. I mean, you got to start winning these games. If you're going to be a winning team, you need to start winning. I mean, that's it. So we'll see. We'll see. This is real, this finishing up July and then getting into August. I think we'll have a lot of questions answered. And I saw some little note that the Rangers have the toughest, or one of the toughest remaining regular season schedules coming up. So they're going to have to do better against better teams here. And they can't keep blowing games like they did tonight. Adam H. says, I can't stand this team. How do you go from a night like last night to whatever the hell this was? The offense did more than enough to win this game. Just sad. Send Kumar back down and bring up Win. Consistency, too much to ask for? No, I don't think it is. Austin says, the Angels shouldn't have been able to have so many arms tonight. 3 innings from a position player should be banned. I'm with you. Also, Luke Jackson in high leverage is beginning to become a big problem. Yep, I'm with you. Denise says, did you get a chance to see? No, I did not, Denise. I'm sorry. Thank you for the reminder. You may have to remind me again. I'm sorry. I got a lot on my plate right now, but I will. It's a great question, and we need to find that out. Thank you for that. James says the bats get going, and the pitching bubble bursts. It feels like we are snake bit. Yeah, I mean, it feels like this just may not be their year. I hate to say that, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope they get going. I hope their worst baseball is behind them. But nights like tonight are just not good, and they can't keep treading water like this. They got to start winning. It's just that simple. Can we get Zeke in center? Center's arm is not getting done. Oh, yeah, good point, Mike. That's a fair point. It's a fair point. Paul Cooper says to say tomorrow is a big game is an understatement. Yeah, I'm with you. I just feel like we've said that so many times about this team. I don't know how else to say it. Shirley, good evening, Shirley. Another heartbreaking loss. Yep, I'm with you. Thank you, though, for checking in and being a part of the show. Jason, Ronnie, remind you to talk about Adolis Garcias in case you didn't. Yeah, I mean, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Chris F. says, Hoop. Can you expand a little bit about, you know what? I'll tell you what, Jason, I can't tonight because we're out of time, but I will, I'll give you some more on that here in the next couple days. I promise. One more. Prime Sounds says, don't mind the loss. Not like we're making the playoffs. Love how the offense is waking up though. Would have loved Asuna to start today. Happy for Trout's big night though. He's a great guy. He had a huge night. 2 home runs for Mike Trout. That was vintage Mike Trout. And Prime Sound says, what's your favorite Ranger season you watched before? Mine was 2011. It was a good one. I'm impartial to 2023 because that's when they finally won it all. 10 was pretty good. 8 was good. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. It kind of caught me off guard there. A lot of good seasons, though, and hopefully this one will get better here soon. All right. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in and for being a part of the show. Appreciate it very much. Thanks for staying up late, especially after a tough loss. Big finale tomorrow night. We'll do it again after Game 4. Rangers, though, fall tonight to the Angels 11-8. This has been the Rangers Postcast. Don't forget Bryce tomorrow morning.